It's not on, but it's going to come. Okay. Yeah, we know what works. Souls of God. Gotta raise the days from the heavens above. That one over here. Peace, y'all. We're down here in Rawtopia Bliss. It's a vegan restaurant in Columbia, South Carolina. Sister store. You know, hours coming soon. That juice and more coming soon.
So we're doing some on-the-job training. I got on a Arrested Development shirt. Today we got Brother D Calico coming at you.
Brother D, gonna be in the building. We'll be going into some interesting information, y'all. We're gonna go deep today. Our ancient ties to Atlantis, Egypt, Sumeria, all right, or Sumer, as well as also to Greece and to the globe as a whole. All right, so he's gonna get into us being the global indigenous people on the planet. All right, so we're getting ready to bring them on in.
Oh, also before that, I want to make sure y'all know about the cruise that we're going on.
Oh yeah, that's September, y'all. Get ready, September.
So where we going?
We're gonna go to Cozumel, to the pyramids, and also to Costa Maya, the Costa Maya pyramids, to the pyramids. So it's going to be a cruise, and we're going to be making 2 stops at the pyramid sites, also Honduras, as well as also Coco Cay.
Y'all, that's going to be awesome.
Right.
That's September the 28th, and we're going to be there till October the 5th.
Right,
so as we're going to these high magic ciphers, and we're going to be ciphering together. I'm excited.
And it's going to be on the Royal Caribbean International.
Okay.
The Harmonies of the Sea, which is the largest and the newest addition to Royal Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, we going on the biggest and the best, you know, so we definitely got to come on this cruise. We're not playing. We're going to the indigenous places, but we're also going to enjoy ourselves through this cruise. So for those that's interested, yo, you know what to do. Give us a call at 910-364-9099. Hit us up in our inbox on royalhouse777@gmail.com. That's Royal, ROYAL, Royal House, HOUSE 777. That's 3 7s @gmail.com. Hit us up, yo.
Absolutely. And come join us.
Indeed, indeed. All right. So we're going to be bringing on Brother D Calico in a minute. All right. That's my homeboy, Mohid. You know, so you definitely got to hear what he's going to be talking about, because it's on the same subject matters as we always be building on. But he's going to do his take on it, because like we say, he's going to Atlantis, Sumer, all right, Greece, Egypt. He's getting it all in. He'll be getting it all in, y'all. All right. Brother D is gonna be getting it in. Matter of fact, he's on the line right now, and he sound kind of anxious.
All right, everybody's on. Tell us a little bit about yourself, God.
Yeah, please. I'm D Calico, as I'm known in the rap circles, or let's say even Facebook. My appellation is Mohela Bebe. Yeah, I got sense enough to know I'm a Moor.
Word.
I know that's right. Can't nobody say you ain't no more.
Right now.
Huh?
I'm just glad to be chilling with the gods right now.
Word.
Right.
Peace.
Be glad to be chilling with you, God. All right. I've been telling everybody, the topics that you want to go over, the places that you're going to be taking us through as far as the global connections. These connections are real, but, we got people with the mentality that believe that we was only in Africa. But we're going to take you from not just in Africa, but also into Sumer, as well as Greece, as well as America, the Americas. That's North, South, and Central America, the adjoining islands, y'all. All right. So Brother D is going to take us all over the globe. And so, they ready to get into it, D, whenever you ready.
Yeah, I guess we could really start with what a lot of Egyptians seem like they forget all about. They forget about the emerald tablets.
Right.
The emerald tablets, if I'm not mistaken, were found in America. And the emerald tablets are really the only thing we have that truly speak on Atlantis. And all the other, am I mistaken that Quetzalcoatl is where the emerald tablets come from?
Which is Tahuti or Thoth, right? One and the same.
Yeah, because Tahuti.
Biblically,
Thoth,
right? Biblically would be Enoch.
Exactly.
Right.
And Enki and Sumeria.
Right, Enki and Sumeria. Right.
Yep. And,
internally, Kundalini.
And in Buddha, like they say Buddha is also compared to Mercury, which is Hermes. Hermes is Mercury.
That's right.
So he's even Buddha.
Right.
Over the Hindu.
Right.
And once you can connect that and start, if you really knew the story, or if they really knew the story of the Tahuti, they would be able to connect the dots in any culture and tell when he basically incarnated.
Indeed.
In Egypt, Tahuti is blue. The bird, the ibis is blue.
Right.
It's just like Vishnu.
Right.
The god.
Right, just like Krishna.
All these different connections, like they'll tell you so many times that Thor can incarnate from the divine to mankind. Like he's the only one that's really going to and fro from heaven to earth. And that's why you can see in the story of Enoch how Enoch ascended. That's a clear, like that ought to be transparent. That ought to be able to show you that obviously Enoch traveled between mankind and the divinity.
Right, right.
Just like Enki was cast down, so-called cast down to earth from the heavens. Anybody that's making that transition in the story is more than likely that's Tahuti, like the angel Gabriel in the Bible.
That's right.
Can even be looked at like Tahuti. I can't even think of any indigenous culture that doesn't have a representation of Tahuti, Hermes, Quetzalcoatl.
Right. Exactly. And the reason for that is because they all was part of the ancient mystery school systems, which was all connected by way of Sumeria, Atlantis, Egypt, and then the rest of the world began to, get that and receive those, that information, in in particular from Egypt, being that, you know, the handwriting is still on the walls, as they say, you know. No, yeah, that's a biblical quote, but the only place in which that the handwriting is still on the walls that we can go to and actually see that dominates, you know, the historical scene is Egypt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody that's pretty much real well studied is going to be able to notice the pantheon that we follow in Egypt is everywhere. You know, whether before it's set, a saw, and especially, you know.
Right.
And I just kind of wanted to point that out because I see how, you know, people will hate on the, you know, the Greeks. And I'm not talking about, I don't like to use the word Greek because we know that's modern.
The Minoans. Right, the Cretans or the Minoans, exactly.
And everybody should know that ancient Greeks are us.
Right.
But people will discard that knowledge when it's your own knowledge.
Exactly.
That's here to help better us. That's going to give us more of our story.
Right.
Yeah, the same thing goes with American culture. You got, you know, anybody, like, it seems like when somebody calls themselves a Pan-American or Pan-African, it's like they don't care about nothing outside that continent.
Exactly.
Mm.
And that's not Moorish.
Nah.
That's not indigenous. I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like Tahuti can kind of like bring us all together.
Well, God, you know, as I say, we was all over the world.
Yeah. For sure.
We got people in the chat room. I appreciate that perspective. Tahuti bringing us all together. The gods and the goddesses are striving to find solutions in order to bring us all together because we're more powerful when we're together. Andre Melvin says, Papa Legba is Tahuti in the Haitian voodoo.
Right.
The God said, woo, that's deep.
That's right.
And the thing about that, you know, they say all souls in Egyptian mythology, or, you know, in Egyptian culture, they say all souls travel west. We're in the west. They say all souls travel west to Duet.
Right.
And they say that Haiti is the gateway to the underworld.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's why it's called Haiti, like Hades.
Right. Hades.
Like
exactly.
another Greek word once again, Hades.
Yep.
And it's, you know, all souls have to come over here to even go to be judged, you know, by the Nethers in the netherworld.
That's right.
It's like I guess we already basically we right next door to hell. Or, you know, there's no such thing as hell. We're right next door to the underworld.
That's right.
So this is an important part of the world that you know, a lot of people just ain't really, I don't know, man. They're not interested in our culture.
Exactly.
To the point that they'll shut down certain parts. You know, it's like this whole hallway is ours, and they only want to go through one door.
Right.
Wow.
But you know what, God, I believe that's because of the fact of, you know, they have their own agendas, or either they're getting paid by the establishment, hence they so-called agents, or whatever the case is, in order to dumb down our people and keep them in a limited state of mind. We know all of these facets and things are taking place, and these also plays into the factors, you know, of the detrimental mentality, you know, the detrimental mentalities of our people. You know, it's very detrimental to them, you know, for them not to know who they are. But we have so many people trying to just keep them locked in just one frame of thought, one place, you know, and that's not fair, you know, when we have a rich history.
Yeah, and then, you know, what was it, Alexandria, the library that was burned down?
Yeah, 700,000 scrolls, books, tablets, and those things were destroyed, allegedly. But we know that the Vatican actually got 200,000, you know, of those documents.
Yeah. And see, the whole point is, like, what I'm saying, like, so much has been destroyed that we have to rely on what is still available.
That's right. We had no choice.
Yeah, and the Greeks didn't destroy you know, what they, you know, they destroyed what they desired. They didn't destroy their ancient culture.
Right.
They destroyed a lot of ours. But, you know, we know what we call the ancient Greek was the Minoans.
That's right.
You know, and the Mycenaeans. So these are niggas.
That's right.
And
the
all of the three gods are dark. They are dark as night.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's a proven fact that Zeus, who they say was Greek, was actually Amen, which come from out of Ethiopia, was Cushite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Herodotus, the so-called first Greek historian, stated as such.
And you kind of notice, you know, they say signs and symbols are how powerful they really are. But if you notice that a lot of these organizations, I truly feel like are getting how far they are getting because of the powerful symbols they choose to use.
Right.
You know, I mean, whether it be like the Aryans, like you got the races, Caucasians that like to use the lightning bolt. You know, the lightning bolt is like symbolic of Zeus.
That's right.
So they get another power that we can't even equate for. We don't even understand why they are powerful. You know, just like Hitler with the swastika. I mean, the 5-pointed star. I mean, whatever you choose to use, those symbols are so important and so powerful that it's almost like they'll carry you further than you like may have planned on going.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, if nothing else, they have control over the mind in different ways. You know, it might be something about that you just like, and you don't know why. You know, just like the gays have stolen our rainbow.
Right. And inverted it.
Yeah.
And it was trying to take the Ankh.
Oh, yes. They are. Yeah.
And knowing that they don't have nothing with the Ankh, keep that damn going cross.
Yes. Yes. And they running off with a lot of our stuff that I feel like, you know, we got to stand up and we got to take it back.
Yeah.
You know, because even the rainbow itself, like, you know, all of those people don't understand. They think, you know, like when it comes to paint, like a physical color, like a paint that we can use, when you put all the colors together, when you're dealing with paint, it's going to be black.
Right.
But when you're dealing with light, and you put all of the colors together,
right,
you get white.
Right.
That's when you get white light. The light is white.
Right.
And the light is every color in the spectrum. So we are that light. You know, and that's another reason we can say and we know who the white are. You know, because they can't be the light. You know,
that's
they
right.
just want us to claim being darkness. They just want us to claim being black. But we are that white light.
Right.
You know, we are every color, of course, in the spectrum. But it doesn't equate to being black.
Right.
Facts.
I mean, I know that really gets a lot of people like off the team once you say something like, oh, we ain't black. You know, people just want to drop the ball on you. Like, oh, it's like you say you're not African. But if we really want to get into the word, you know, the indigenous over there, they've always called themselves a Khan.
Right.
And the Afro is a Greek word.
True.
You know, where we get Afro and such. We get Afro from Afro. So they call us Afro a Khan. Afro Khan.
That's right.
They're like a Khan. You know, dominion, a Khan, meaning like the dominion of the Khans.
Right, right.
You know, it just gets so deep, but it's not necessarily African.
Right.
And they'll get mad at you.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to notice that we're all Khans.
Right.
We're all Moors. They don't want that.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a big division thing going on, and like I had kind of, you know, alluded to with you the other day, that I feel like the light skin, not say light skin, because you got natural black, you know, dog Moors that are very light skinned. and my family and yours and all. But
right.
you have the hybrid, half-breed, so-called black man that is taking over the movement. And I just don't understand, like, you know, I just can't follow, you know, these people that ain't really living what they talk.
Right.
Like, before you know it, people that's calling themselves movers are gonna be fighting out.
Yeah,
and
it's already has happened before in history. Exactly.
Yeah, people just actually going backwards, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, his son's gonna want to be like you. He's gonna want a woman like mama. So if his mother isn't a mover, then he's not necessarily gonna be interested in move. And for one, he want to be just like his dad. His dad was never interested in move. But these people still don't want to claim to be a mover. You know, 2, 3, whatever generation down the road. And then you got some that know they aren't full black, so they won't even claim being a mover because they, you know, they mad they're not dark skinned.
Right.
And they feel like more only means dark skin, so they're not dark enough, so they don't want to be called a mover. Just like the so-called Indians over here, they don't want to be called it because they don't feel like they're dark enough.
Right.
I mean, so many ways to divide our people.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, look at the word blackamoor, you know, and then also too, when you look at the people who are call themselves God and goddesses, or they in their higher nature, they usually are the ones that take low because they understand that the universe is going to balance things. So maybe we could just be an example, because my whole thing is we need to be building. We saying that certain people is the devil, but yet we are utilizing they outlets. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, I can understand why, because right now we don't have our own, but how long is we not going to have our own? Because all the other cultures, they moving in place so that they can. So I feel you on the vibe, but let's look, like, okay, you don't want to say black, you don't want to say more, you don't like it when I say it, then let's look at what we can build on together. So the word Tahuti, okay, you don't have no problem with Tahuti? Word is symbolic to the left hemisphere of the brain. Let's connect on what we do agree on so we can build.
And we want to say a shout out to Sister Nora for
the Nora Grigori.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you,
Goddess, Tedunku so much out there. What is that? A Brit, that's a pound. Thank you, Goddess Grigori. We appreciate you, Super Chat.
Yeah. We got you, Brother D.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's my bad. I mean, you know, like you say, getting back to Tehuti, like that should be like a joining factor. That should be able to bring the minds together.
Right.
You know, because as any Pan-African, they should all. I mean, you don't even hear people who call themselves Pan-Africans ever talk about Tehuti.
Right.
I mean, they're not even focused on any bit of the knowledge. You know, they say they're revolutionary, but they only starting beef with their own people.
Ooh.
You know, I mean, I mean, what good is it being Pan-African in 2019 if you ain't gonna at least teach the people? I ain't seen a Pan-African teach a person etymology yet.
Right.
I'm just being honest. Like, you know, Tehuti invented all of this.
The Pan-Africans I know.
Forms of writing.
The Pan-Africans I know is tooting powder. So white ain't right, but they show shoving up their nose.
Yeah, exactly. And they say it's good for you, you know?
Did they?
I guess they feel like God made it, you know? But God didn't make that because, you know, it had to be cultivated. I mean, not cultivated, it had to be
processed.
You know, made in the lab, you know, like it has to be cooked. It has to be done a certain way. It has to be going through a process, which ain't natural.
But I ain't judging nobody. I mean, honestly, it's not easy being melanated out here in this society. So people do use vices in order to cope and deal with the world. But I'm like, Layla Africa, should the people who getting high, who got to depend on something, be in front of the people teaching?
No. And then what I'm saying is the things that a drug is man-made. So if they doing anything that's man-made, then they're literally out their mind. You know, like Dr. Sibley said, marijuana is God's plant. So we're not gonna put that in the category of weed. And that's another thing I noticed even about Moors. Moors, we know we are the original Native Americans. We're the real Native Americans. Why you got so many Moors that kind of act high and mighty, like they hate marijuana. You don't have to smoke, but don't get mad at me. I'm just saying, because I'm pretty much I'm the real Indian.
Well, you know what, God, I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad.
You know,
I'm gonna tell you why I'm upset about it, because I'm noticing that it's getting too much playtime though. You know what I mean? It's something that people doing because they can't move till they do it. They can't go to bed till they do it. They can't digest their food without doing it. It's getting abused, God. You know what I mean? And in the meantime, where's the building? Where's the building? Where's the building time when you're spending so much time on something? So that's what I'm noticing. It's just being abused, God. You got to have 7-8 blunts a day. Do you drink that much water? But to each their own, to each their own. And then also too, I seen this stuff is hybrid. We are the original people, but yet this stuff out here is hybrid and it's killing people. It's not even the same. You know what I mean? It ain't got no seeds in it.
And that's, once again, that's that man-made. And but you're definitely right about abusing anything. Like, that's gonna be detrimental. It wouldn't matter, if it was sugar, you'd die faster from sugar if you abuse that.
Yeah, that's true.
But abusing anything, like you're saying, it would just take away your thought process. You wouldn't be able to, if you can't function without something, then when we know that's what addiction is and problems really kick in, it's gonna affect your whole family.
Right. That's true.
But
somebody said they smoke the smoke. Somebody said marijuana is the spirit of Magua.
Magu.
Yeah, Magu.
And I'm more so here to just add to the discussion. Because I'm dealing with the master teacher, who I self-proclaim my master teacher, Dr. Alim Bey. So I'm kind of just here to give my my assessment along with anything about Atlantis and America and Greece and Sumeria and ancient Egypt. All of our well-known cultures. Not the Levi Parama and the Hindus right now, but all of that is really ours. So there's no, every culture can be touched on because they're all connected.
But touch on it, God.
And see, I'm a little slower on the draw. Let me see.
Well, let's see if there's any questions in the comments. Let me see. Gaia made a good point. I'm still talking about herbs, y'all, because everybody knows that. But he said today's cannabis stinks. It smells like underarm musk. And I could tell that it smells like some kind of chemical burning. It don't smell like, Chiba.
Yeah, definitely don't smell like lambskin.
Yeah, even Muchacha 25 said, I look for grapes that have seeds in them too, so I feel you on the seeds point. Okay, Sahara L said, Dr. Africa said, when you smoke marijuana, it becomes a chemical in the body.
Yeah, because of the THC levels. Because your melanin is THC and it has a tendency to bind to your THC. However, if it's GMO, then what the hell are you, binding? So the thing is that you definitely want, if you're going to smoke it, you want it with seeds. You want to make sure that you're picking out some seeds up out of that, out of there. If not, then, then you definitely dealing with some hybrid stuff in which that, GMO stuff, some of that, you might be dealing with some of that Monsanto termination seed stuff. Who knows? Because Monsanto is trying to get a grip on it right now. So it's Philip cigarettes. This is why you got Reynolds and Philip cigarettes. You know, this is why you got them, you know, that dissing tobacco, and you got the tobacco companies, and now they transferring all the assets from the tobacco, you know, which was also smoked by us too, you know, but we didn't have the 400 chemicals in it, you know, that they put in the damn tobacco, you know, and rolled it up to smoke it, you know, now calling it cigarettes, you know. But if you notice, on all of the original tobacco products, we was on the tobacco products, you know, the Moors. And actually they refer to us as Moors on those tobacco products back in the days, you know, black or Moors or Moors. So it's there, you know, this is factual, you know. So right now they actually transferring all their monies into now marijuana, but it's marijuana, you know, which is now being Monsanto controlled, you know, which we know that they dealing with termination seeds. So a lot of this stuff don't have seeds any longer. And so, yeah, that's why it's smelling like underarm musk and shit, you know, as the brother said, you know. So we definitely want, if you want to smoke it, we definitely want that cheaper. We want that, the realness, you know, that lambskin, you know, as the Jamaicans, you know, call it, you know, we want that real stuff.
And that's what Isaiah said too, that GMO stuff, it looks good and it looks good and they have unnatural amounts of THC.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, GMO THC. That's the unnatural part of it, is GMO, you know, genetically modified organisms. Everything that this beast is doing right now is to basically alter your DNA.
Okay.
To unravel your telomeres, which are your endings on your DNA. It's supposed to be like a shoelace, you know. On your shoelace, you know, you got the little fine tip around your shoelace from through the hole. That's how your telomeres are. However, what the GMO marijuana is doing is unraveling that tie lace, and now that shit looking unravel, and it's hard to get that shit through the, you know, through the hole right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's doing to your DNA. You know, this is why we having all these issues. You know, a brother came and he had it was called Granddaddy Purple. You know what I'm saying? It was a damn hybrid of two hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it was a Frankenstein.
Right, it was a Frankenstein, some Frankenstein weed and shit. You know, that damn near killed everybody that was at the damn conference.
I was so scared.
You know,
I was so scared,
you know, but it was called Granddaddy.
It was GD47.
Yeah, GD47. You know,
because it came from Granddaddy Purple and AKA 47.
You know what I'm saying?
GD47.
So they combined this two hybrid shits to make another shit, you know, so you can smoke that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And
it was not smokable.
Yeah. You know, and so it has some very unnatural GMO.
Yeah. And the God stuff. Too, he was complaining because he had left me a whole bunch of it, in which I was using it to have the elders and stuff do around the house, because the plumber, he loved it. And anyway, so the God was like, my kidneys is hurting, my back is hurting, my hip is hurting, my neck is hurting. And he was like, I'm so grateful for my wife because she can massage me, you know, and get all of that out. I'm like, you're so lucky. But he had left me some and I was doing it. And then when I felt the pop in my heart, I was like, oh shit, what was that? What the hell? Okay, but I was busy, so I had to go to New York.
That was the AK-47. You got shot. Shit.
Okay. Internal shots fired. Damn. Yeah, but anyway, then I get in the car. We on our way to New York. I go to rest. Alim navigating. I wake up. I can't even lift my body up. I got to pull myself up with the doggone arm hangs. I'm like, oh, shoot, what was that? But 3 days later, I didn't realize it was that GD47. Yeah. And then even at the conference,
hybrid of hybrids.
Yeah. Even at the conference, Alim had a piece of it, a little small piece.
Yeah, it was a cookie.
And Alim almost died. He was trying to tell his heart to pump. You know, he had to teach. What else? Then another sister, oh my gosh, she was in a tent and she was like, I can't breathe. Call the police, call the ambulance. We was like, we ain't calling the ambulance or the police. You gonna be okay. So we was putting essential oils on her. She was the police herself, and she ain't never talked to me again after that.
And then another sister.
It was a whole bunch of sisters. Oh, one sister said she went to hell. She saw the devil, and she had to explain to him.
All of this was not even from smoking and shit. This is just from damn eating a cookie, a brownie. You know what I'm saying? And it was a small piece of this shit.
I'm thinking you talking about ayahuasca.
Nah,
we talking about marijuana.
Yeah,
GD47.
And it was not marijuana because I never wanna that again. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't safe.
It was not CBD oil either. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, you know, our people just got to be careful with this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what Dr. Sabi is saying, you know, but that's the real shit. Maybe from Honduras. That ain't here in the States.
You can't eat carrots though, or broccoli.
Right. Exactly.
You can't eat.
Yeah.
Show you how easily manipulated our people are. They don't want no weed with sticks or seeds.
Right.
Exactly.
Because they don't want cleaning. You got to dang on.
They don't want the natural.
No.
See, so
the reason why we're talking about this, y'all, is because it was used by the ancestors, as well as also Tabernacle Yabuga, which is bark off the tree from out of West Africa, as well as also ayahuasca, as well as peyote, as well as different hashi, which is also another form of marijuana. You know, but all of these things were used throughout our cultures in order to take us into different realms so that we can connect with this ancient information, which was originating from Tahuti, who is the quote unquote the scribe of all the gods, who wrote down their good and bad deeds. Muslims refer to them to Tahuti when they turn their head to the right and say Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. Then they turn to the right, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. They really are talking to the two hemispheres of their brain, you know, but that is Tahuti, who's the scribe of the gods, you know. So, you know, this is why we bringing all this information up, you know, is those connections that we got to get into, you know, and that's what we're talking about. How did the people around the world connect this information through the ancient mystery school system? It was by way of even the mushrooms, in which that brother Baba Kalindi Ihi speaks about, you know, and now he states that is now as high as 30 damn, you know, grams of that shit is what you might need to take in order to tap into the ultimate levels of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all of this connects to the fact that, you know, before the Albion was even on the planet, we utilized these particular natural things, not genetically altered, modified, hybrid things, because they're not enhanced. There's nothing enhanced about anything GMO. All right. In which that's how we was able to utilize the ancient mystery school system, and how on every planet we have the same teachings. Tahuti is Ishu Elegba. Ishu Elegba from out of Africa is you know what I'm saying, comes in America as, you know, biblically is Enoch, you know, within the Sumerian teachings is Enki, within the American teachings it is Quetzalcoatl, within the Mexican traditions, within the Inca, Kukulkan, Aztec, Gucumas, Gudamas, it goes on and on and on. It's the same teaching. And it's talking about the plumed serpent. The serpent is the Kundalini, and then the plumen is talking about when it reaches the areas in the brain, in which that correlates to the same thing as you call the caduceus. Hell, the caduceus symbol is the Tahuti symbol, in which that comes from the third dynastic period under the first physician, or the first moderate physician, known as Imhotep, who is Ptah, the son of Ptah. So all of this correlates once again back to Tahuti, and so this is what we've been talking about. We want to make sure that, you know, this is clear. We're not advocating drug use. However, we are setting the record straight so that people can understand, you know, these sciences, you know, and how we utilize ancient plants, because we were herbalists. You know, this is where the term root workers come from, you know, witch doctors and all these particular terminologies. But go ahead, Brother D. We just wanted to clear that up for some people.
And back to the symbology.
Yeah.
The most simple way to find our gods in different cultures is to go off the animism. You know, the symbology of Tehuti include like the palm tree, the turtle, the rooster, the goat, even incense. So, you know, the burning of incense was even, you know, the way to honor Tehuti, you know. So, you know, we gotta kind of notice that when we seeing these things, what they really represent. So we'll see the Chinese with the dragon, you know, the feathered serpent, but we don't know, but you know, because we haven't been taught.
Right,
we don't
long.
know that's representative of Tehuti. That's right. Tehuti right there.
Right, that's long, which is Tehuti within the Chinese culture, exactly.
Yeah, you know, and it's same over here with the feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl. Yep. It's the same as a dragon or a leviathan, or you know, like baboon. All of these different animisms or animals symbols, they represented different gods, and particularly we're talking about Tehuti. So in different cultures, just like seeing the bull over there in Buddha, the bull is Baal. So people will act like, oh, there was no gods in Hindu, but Vishnu is the ultimate god in Hindu. And seems like of course, every religion has changed every so 100 years. It's a little makeover, you know. And people like to look at the makeover like it's the original. And you know, that's where a lot of confusion be coming in at.
Right.
People more modern instead of being more ancient.
Just put world teachings.
Well said.
Yeah, definitely, God.
So to really know Tehuti, like you said, they need to know Tehuti, Thoth, Hermes, Quetzalcoatl. You know, even when it comes to astrology, Mercury.
Right, Mercury, Ishua Lake Buck, Long.
Enoch.
Right.
That's the reason Enoch's in the Bible, not in the Bible.
Right.
Because he was so wise that he used the signs and stars in the heavens, you know, to add unto his wisdom to be able to operate on this realm. Right. And they don't want us to go that route because they want to act like it's pagan.
Right.
But, you know, it's just, it's so much mind games going on with our people. And they really falling for it. I want to blame it on fluoride, but then, gosh, dang, is that
it? Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than fluoride.
Yeah.
It's the TV, fluoride, them chemtrails, that GMO food,
those benefits of the CBD oil,
the vaccines. Yeah.
And I heard that CBD oil has been laced with opioids.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, and all these zombie shows and Walking Dead, is that what they're trying to manifest?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to manifest. Because what's that drug called Flocka? They get that Flocka for you, which turns you into a damn zombie. You think it was meth heads. The meth heads looking like zombies. Shit, the damn Flocka got you around there walking like one. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, they got some shit out here for you. You know?
But I thought the CBD was the health benefits of the marijuana.
That's what it's supposed to be. But once again, not if it's GMO.
Yeah, that opioid is what made it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look. If that damn CBD, or you don't say organic, natural, from seeded.
Shoot, you mean like them organic seedless grapes?
Yeah, exactly. Organic seedless grapes is what. That's why I said seeded.
So a couple of people were like, "Look, I'm gonna have to get me a little spot in the woods."
Exactly. The spot in the woods would be the best thing. I'm telling you.
That goes for a whole bunch of stuff with the green peppers and the onions. It's very powerful in order for us to be farming. You know, I can't wait until we can get into it, you know, a bigger scale.
Well, that's also was the part in which that had the ancient mystery school open and connected, was because of those connections of the farming, because we did import and export.
The queen of the house is here. Y'all, we're going to be on another 15 minutes because they open at 11. Peace, Scotty.
Peace, peace.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll be off in 15 minutes.
Yeah, so go ahead, Brother D. We got you.
Yes, sir. You know, like even some of the sacrifices that people, different cultures have given towards the Tehuti, include like the honey cakes. When you read about in the Bible how they used to give to certain gods, they would give the cakes of honey to certain gods. All of that is really representative of Tehuti and thought.
Exactly. Enochian magic in the higher worlds.
Even pigs getting sacrificed, goats and lambs, like all of that.
Teachings of Tehuti.
All of that was for Tehuti.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. There's just so many ways to like sift through the lies and kind of see the truth. You know.
Yep. Somebody said from Tehuti came all universal science.
Exactly. The 7 universal principles are of Tehuti: mentalism, correspondence, polarity, vibration, rhythm, cause and effect, and sex, which is gender. These are the 7 principles of Tehuti. His wife or cohort is Mayat, and you know her 7 principles: balance, order, harmony, reciprocity, truth, justice, you know. So those are the 7 principles of Mayat. So them two together.
How many principles of consciousness that I heard you? I think you added like another 2.
Yeah.
Which was very Tehuti like.
Right. Right, exactly.
What are the levels of consciousness once again?
Yeah. Interpersonal consciousness, intrapersonal consciousness, life consciousness, subconsciousness, super consciousness, magnetic consciousness, and infinite consciousness.
Yeah. See, we looking at a Tehuti in the flesh, and I don't know why it is with the community. You know, there's some real haters out here in this so-called conscious community. The main thing about the so-called conscious community is everybody thinks consciousness is in your brain.
Right.
You know, when your heart is the seat of consciousness.
Yeah.
So your consciousness rests in your heart. If you don't have a heart, you can't be conscious. You know? So all these people think they're reading the most books, and you know, they think they can argue with anybody. Them guys is nowhere near conscious, because you don't see any love, or you know, you can see the energy ain't right coming from these people, but they conscious. Like they need to find a new word.
Yeah, they all conscious. They're cons.
You know.
We were just talking about
God,
that.
they all conscious. They're cons. You know, CONS. You know, so they ain't got the sishness or sishness to it, but they all cons.
It's like people are so envious and jealous. They also are in this microwave society where everything is so instant. Yeah. And then when they see that you've been building for 20 years, they get envious and jealous. Instead of helping you build, they begin envious and jealous, and then it just falls apart. How do you build together? You know, but when you look at the other cultures,
you build with those who's been building for 20 years too. That's how you do it.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. You don't get new people.
Yeah, exactly. No new friends, no new friends.
Right.
You know,
that's I can see why dude
saying that, yo.
Yeah.
For real.
That's how you build.
Yeah.
You know, once in a while you might get a new person here and there, but you know, I'm talking about overall. You know, it has to be with the people who was doing the same thing, but maybe, you know, y'all live in different states now, but they still doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that got to be it right there. That's the connection.
Hey.
And then also too, you know, the reason why I feel like consciousness fell off is because the people who were in front of the camera, they were debating and all this foolishness, and everybody want to fight each other instead of talking about things that inspired the people, the masses, in order to add on. Okay, Kava said Tahuti is linked with the blood of consciousness.
Exactly. And that's by way of the blood, which actually was formed by the mother principle, which is the Kundalini, which also is the color red, as it is at the base chakra, and which gives us our red blood color. So yes, in that sense, the mother of the blood, or the color of the blood, is prana, which is Kundalini, prana Kundalini in the physical form. But of course, that's not her original color. Her original color is that of white, as Brother D spoke about earlier, you know, which is that golden whitish aura around your head, which is called a halo, or from the word Heru or Heru. That's where the word halo or Helios come from, which both mean sun, but it's talking about the internal sun, the inner sun, not necessarily the external sun. All right, because as we know, greater within you than he that is in the world. All right, the Lord of this world is the Lord of air, which is known as Satan. You know what I'm saying? Or as they say, Lucifer, in that sense. But you have an internal Luciferian principle, as we spoke about before, you know, in which that must be risen from the red chakra, you know, through the various degrees of consciousness, successions of consciousness, where we get from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Those 7 colors, from the slowest spectrum light, which is red, to the fastest spectrum light, which is purple. And above that is the white or golden light, which produces that halo that we speak about. And you become the son of the sun, hence the son of God. That's the key of what they really talk about within the ancient texts.
Y'all, we got 7 more minutes. William Cook wanted to add on with the old book for those who are interested. It's called Animism in Islam.
All right. And also we want to add in with the emerald tablets. Someone said also the emerald tablets. Of course, Brother D spoke about the emerald tablets already.
And then also, too, a lot of y'all already seen this, but it's the Enoch Magic and the Higher Worlds. On the blog talk, y'all might not have seen it.
Right.
But it says Beyond the Realms of Angels. And it's by John DeSalvo, who's a PhD.
Right.
This is a science of Tahuti.
Right. This is Tahuti, or Tehutian magic or system. Because once again, we're dealing with mentalism. That's the first law of Tahuti, mentalism. So that means you're dealing with the power of the mind, and your mind is your magic wand. All right, not a wand in your hand, you know, like you've seen, you know,
or Harry Potter.
Right, in Harry Potter. I'm sorry, you know, some of y'all done took that shit too far. Now you can use wand magic,
like a copper.
You have copper, you
crystals,
know, right? Stuff. But you ain't, you know, Hollywood used,
but the real mind
called Holly,
the mind,
right?
The mind,
right. You know, that, you know,
it's a mind wand.
Exactly, you're talking about the mind wand. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's a lower wand too, but you know, we're talking about the higher wand right now, okay? And we just want to make that.
Jenna in, I like the way you wrote that. The conscious community has no solutions for the people. Now, that's the problem.
Right.
And then some leaders become entertainers. Yeah. That's the problem. We got to have solutions for the people and be inspirations.
Right. No doubt.
Y'all get y'all questions in. Brother D. Calico, how can people get in contact with you? Do you have any books? What's your website? DVDs?
I mean, you know, I just make music right now. I make some good music.
Yeah, that music is.
Hey, well, you gotta come back on. You gotta come back with the music too, guys.
Yeah, because y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe on the new channel. It's called
Hip Hop Renaissance TV.
Yes.
Right, it's called the Hip Hop Renaissance TV.
I'm excited
and
about that.
D will be in the building, you know, with his music.
Is it up yet?
Oh, we
it's right now we're just getting the information out. We want to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of next month, y'all. So we got a little bit over 20,000 here. So just half of y'all need the help.
Right, we got 25,000 here. So half of y'all go there on our other page.
And we'll make sure we post it in the community so you can, it's easy.
Right, subscribe. And by the time we get to likes in the comments, you know, we're gonna have all that nice music for you.
And it's gonna be an add-on.
Real hip hop.
Let me see. Somebody put, please check out this YouTube. I'm looking for questions, y'all. The conscious community has no solutions. I already read that. My consciousness tells me to agree with everything now. This is how I can evolve in this day and time. Just be careful with who you agreeing with. And listen to your inner self.
Right. You know when someone is speaking the truth because you'll feel it. It resonates with your soul, with your being, and it just make damn good sense.
Well, also your body will fool you though. Your body will be like, oh, eat that, eat this. You see what I'm saying? Right. So because of the programming that we have that we on autopilot with.
And because we got parasites too.
See?
That's the worm, as they say, within the that was in that apple in which that got within Eve.
Now, Brother William 77 had a good point. He said we should stop looking for leaders and activate the leader that is within.
Hey, that's the whole thing of what we teach. You know, that's why we don't never say, you know, like Ty say, I'm not the leader guy, you know what I'm saying? But I am a teacher, you know, a metaphysician. And as we teach, as above, so below, as within, so without. And what is that? That is, once again, the law of Tehuti. That's part of the law of correspondence. So that is a Tehutian principle. We live by the Tehutian and the Ma'atian principles. All right. That symbolizes the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. All right. The moral, cardinal principles or virtues, plus the natural universal principles. So we live by both of those principles. That resonates within us, our being, our lower self, higher self, as well as within our left and right hemisphere of our brain. That is as above, so below, as within, so without. So once you get the proper reflection internally, that self-love, that self-appreciation, and that will be reflected outside of you into the world, into the environment. All right. Once again, as above, so below, as within, so without.
That is not true, Adapt 7. The priesthood is not dead. They have not gone mad. They've gone underground. We're part of the priesthood. We have Ikram, which is the indigenous cosmic golden ray order of Melchizedek.
Right. Which once again, also another form of Tehuti, you know, is Heru Kahuti, which is Heru and Tehuti combined, which is the initiation priest, in which that you see all the initiates coming through on the walls of ancient Kemet, where you see them being sprinkled, just like in baptism with the water, but they was being sprinkled with the fat of Sebek, which is the crocodile deity, in which that symbolizes the excretion of DMT from the pineal gland. All of this is symbolic, but it's talking about, once again, an internal resonance, you know what I'm saying, an internal frequency or vibratory change within yourself. All right.
Y'all, we got one more minute because this bookstore, this restaurant is about to open. And not only are we Kermit the Frog on the computer, but we also manifested in the physical. That's important. I'm telling you that so you can be inspired to build in your area too.
Right.
But DeCalico, somebody put on the chat, DeCalico's right here on YouTube, and they put your link. So, God, what did you want to end with?
I mean, I kind of want to just say right quick that it seems like I wonder how those revolutionary Pan-Africans look at the true Kemetic science. And do they look at it like it's Suedo? Because anybody, you know, that's teaching our real science, these guys coming with the bull crap when they know that it's allegory that the wise can sift through and gain knowledge. And he'll call it all Suedo. But what do these guys represent? I mean, you can't not be melanated and be atheist. That's why I'm polytheistic, you know? We get many gods. So how can I be atheist? You know? That's like saying you aren't a god. How can you ain't a god if you're atheist?
Right.
You know? So I don't know, man. I'm just kind of opening that up for the revolutionary Pan-Africans.
Right.
You know, that don't even really follow their own culture because they really look at it like it's Suedo. So
right.
I don't know. I'm just challenging them to wake up to who it is, you know?
Exactly. No doubt, no doubt. Appreciate that, Ak. And we're gonna have you on again, no doubt. And plus, we want you on the other channel as well.
For sure. So I appreciate you, God.
I appreciate you, God.
Spots at the cruise now.
Oh yeah, get your spot. Get your spot for the cruise. You know, we're gonna be posting this over the next 6 months. You know, so get yourselves ready.
All right. Also, too, if you don't have Dr. Alim's book, First World Order, get it. If you don't have Dr. Alim's book, Out of the Womb, Enter the Mind, get it. These are all classics. They also help you teach other people because Alim is a teacher of teachers. And also check out our website, dralimlbey.com. You can also go through that porthole through ancestralteas.com. All right. Peace and honor, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
Peace, guys.
Peace, God. Close out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is the podcast
Over?
It's over.
Oh, you know we
Okay.
yeah, and you know we had to rock some people.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Okay, there we go. So your phone, baby.
You hungry?
Too. Yeah. And move this out.